Several years ago, when I moved out of my father's house and started living on my own, my first, my first residence was the YMCA. Now, the songs aside and all that stuff, the YMCA was cheap and they served healthy meals and they were really near town. And I had an office right at one corner of the city, and the YMCA was maybe a 5-minute walk away. And I've always wanted to live near where I work. Rarely ever turns out that way, but certainly did in this case. So I lived at the YMCA for about 9, maybe 11 months, something like this. But while I was there, I became fascinated with Germans. Germans, people from Germany. Not because there were a lot of Germans there were a few Germans. But largely because I was developing a career as what was known then as a software engineer. Software engineer. Very dignified term for someone who does computer programming. And something about the structure of how you develop a program, computer program, kind of very rigid logic. The reason Germans tend to be quite good with engineering is that their language forces upon their minds rigid logic, just in order to be able to express themselves. Let's see, can I remember any? Because I went and did a course in German. I did. Das ist nicht richtig. German got me realizing something about languages. That if you learn a language, it transforms you. It transforms your mind, changes your mind, and in a way changes everything about you, because a lot of your habits, a lot of the way that you approach life is determined by your language. The linguistic theorists, Noam Chomsky and I guess Wittgenstein, these people, they talk a lot about this stuff. They talk a lot about how language is a structured conditioning device. It gets you going in certain ways. But lately I'm beginning to think that it's a lot more than just language. I'm beginning to think that anything you dedicate yourself to, that you then consistently act on, changes your mind and progressively changes everything about you. So that if you stick to your dedication long enough, you become totally and entirely transformed. But why is this important? 2 years ago, I thought I would try and learn how to be a portrait artist, like just self-teach myself portraiture. I wanted to try and draw images off the internet, pictures, usually of people's faces that I like the structure of. It shocked me how quickly my eye began to change. The more I drew bad portraits and slowly progressed and slowly improved, the more it would affect how I looked at the interior of my house. I'd be sitting there and I'd look at the lines and I'd notice the shadows. And my eyes were beginning to change. My mind was beginning to change. I started to look at things I was doing, even digitally, things I would do on my computer. And aesthetics was much more vivid. I would notice good lines, bad lines, shadows, lighting. And I attribute this entirely to the fact that I would really make an effort to spend an hour a day drawing portraits. And in time, I noticed that the process of drawing all those lines and shading all those shadows didn't change everything, but a lot changed. And that's, I think, what dedication will do for you. It'll change your mind, transform you into something adapted to your dedication. And here's the thing. When you become a different when you get transformed by your dedication, suddenly new information appears in the world around you. Things that have always been there that you've never seen suddenly become vivid and vibrant and obvious. And there you are. New information is unveiled. Unveiled? English is my first language, by the way. Unveiled. You have new eyes, changed by your dedication. Drawing every day, or writing poetry every day, or exercise, or vegetarianism. All these things change us. Dedication changes us. And that change opens our eyes to new information that is hidden from all the undedicated, from all the infidels out there. And so it's an interesting and transformative fact for me that if I dedicate myself to things I love, things I can't see right now, opportunities and possibilities, advantages and resources and information that's hidden in plain sight will become visible. Thank you for watching, and bye-bye for now.